Alright, hello again everyone, welcome back to the series where I talk about all the games I played in the previous month. Month for this video is August of 2024, so as always, let's get right into it. After honestly being really excited to finally try it out, I played a bit of Tomb. It didn't do much. Granted, I'm a level in. I didn't play much, but that's just, I don't know, the jumping is awkward, the controls felt awkward. Maybe as I get more into it, I will see more of why it's a great deal. But in the first bit I played, it didn't grab me a ton. The other reason I'm being tentative about this, of course, it's unfair to judge him by that little of a time, but so far I hope the controls get better or feel better after a while. All I can really say for now. Played a bit of NHL 24, hockey game. I like it fine, but as per usual, I suck at sports games. The rules, the mechanics, the game, none of it works out for me ever. Soccer, basketball, hockey, doesn't fucking matter. I'm just terrible at it. I find it fun to play, but I suck. The most basic matches, the most basic fucking team to play against, terrible. I'll try to get back into it, but I suck. I just suck. I downloaded Flow because I just saw it there cheap. I just felt like coming back to something silly like that. I don't even fully know how it works. You eat things, you finish the level, move on. One I'm actually really happy to put here is a game I tried to play. I think I played about 5 times and I got, in terms like if you were to look up a let's play, I'd probably be like 40 minutes in terms of 5 turns turning it on. But at long last, the first time ever, I've gotten into a Lego game. I've been playing Lego Marvel Superheroes, and like I said, it starts off dull to me. I've tried a couple of other Lego games too. I could never get into it, which kind of sucked. There's just so many of them. The trailers always look cool. Every time I see a trailer for a Lego game, I was like, maybe this could be the one. But in the few I've tried, never did anything for me. I think this game starts off dull. Like I said, I think the mission-based structures going from A to B in missions is the weakest part of the game. But when you do finally get into the open world, that's where it improves. Something about it, because it's a huge, genuinely, even though it's just Lego, it's kind of impressive how much you can do. You can go to your base, which is floating in the air, jump off right down as fucking Iron Man or the Human Torch, and just fly around everywhere. Like I said, it's Lego. It's not exactly the most like technically impressive world, but it is still fun to be able to do. If they could do this in a great like AAA looking game, oh, it could be great. It could be a genuinely phenomenal. But just being able to go around the open world, do little side objectives, you can do side missions, get new characters by doing little things with certain characters. Like, oh, you go over here, use Spider-Man to pull down a thing, and then use the Hulk to pull something up, and just stuff like that. There's races in vehicles, racing with flying characters. Just it's just having a huge landscape with little things to unlock and little things to pick away at. That is more fun to me than the actual game. So at long last, after so many tries, and even with this game, so many tries, I finally love a Lego game. And it feels really good to be able to say, especially when with so many characters to play around as. I'm really happy about this. It's finally, I feel like to finally be able to say, yeah, I've played it and I have something to say. I was playing Sparkle 2. I played one of these back when PlayStation Now, I completely forgot the name, was a thing. I don't know if it was this one, I don't think it was. Basically, it's that game, the balls move, you shoot three of the same colour, you break the thing, it goes back, you have to do it before it gets to the end. There's some fun power ups to do, just a bunch of levels. They get harder and harder, longer and longer. Not much more to say. You three colours, that's it. I'll quickly say I've been trying to get the Platinum Trophy in Dead by Daylight. Me and my friends have been going for some trophies. Just it's fun just to play in ways you normally wouldn't. I think I'm at 48%, but I don't know how much that includes. It's just fun to have an excuse to play as different characters I normally wouldn't touch, different killers, doing it in different ways. Yeah, I said this yesterday when I was talking about the casting of Frank Stone. It breathes new life into the game in a way I really love. Also, I've been playing Snooker Blitz. I talked about Pool Blitz here probably at the start of the year, whenever that was a thing. I finished that. I moved on. Now I got Snooker Blitz, another free to play game, but like it's just online snooker. I think you can upgrade your cues and stuff. You get different type of ball powers, but I just started playing this today. I'm looking at it right now. I literally have 1 hour. There's one one difference between playing pool online and playing snooker online is the time. I felt it with the pool to be in, out, like 2 minutes sometimes. Snooker, in the hour I've been playing, I think I've had 5 games, maybe 6. I've won 2. But I prefer to focus on the wins. But yeah, I love a snooker and pool. It's especially a free one. Having a ton of fun with it. Can't wait to play more. Probably put tons of hours into this too. I don't think I'll get to platinum on this one if there is one, because they have a trophy to get the 147 break, which is a perfect game. Red ball, black ball, red ball, black ball, perfect break. I feel like me and my brother are both going to try to get that, and none of us are going to get anywhere close until one of us eventually does or gives up. But I can't wait to see how we do with this, because we all love the pool blitz game. We all had fun talking about it. So for that reason alone, I'm looking forward to this. On to the stuff I've been doing for YouTube and streaming. Of course, I've been still going on with Pop and Crystal. As when I'm going to upload this, I am just right before the Pokemon League. I'm about to have, next time I play it, I'm going to have my first attempt at it. I'm probably going to get my ass kicked right out of there. But again, the gym leaders haven't actually been that hard, so maybe the Elite Four will be different, but it's going to be 4 trainer, well, 5 including the champion, getting stronger every time. I think it could be bad. But yeah, it holds up amazingly. The gym leaders in the game haven't been great. I think they're either very weak or just have like Gen 1 Pokemon, which is kind of disappointing for Gen 2, but it's great to go back. And it's been doing pretty well. People have been commenting on it. That's always fun. When you get actual some engagement, that especially people who love the thing as much as you do, that adds some extra fun to it. After whatever I finished before, I started Tom and Jerry. I may have talked about this last time. If I did, I finished it this month anyway. It's hard to say. I on the NES, Tom and Jerry, which I think is the same game, but like different versions of it, just completely different. I think they have the same name. The NES one had its low lows, some weirdly high highs, but overall it kind of balanced out to being middle ground, but in a way that I kind of cherish. I can't explain it. It's an awful game. I can't deny it's an awful game. The NES one. But I have a special place in my heart for it. I fucking love it. This one, it's consistently better, but in the sense that it never reaches horrible lows for the most part. It never reaches really high highs either. It's just consistently good-ish. I would say objectively it's a better game, but for me, it didn't do as much. The boss fights weren't even as fun. It was a lot shorter. The last boss in this game was genuinely maybe one of my favorites ever, just conceptually, but it spans a whole level. I did have fun with it overall, but way more forgettable. After that, I briefly played 2 videos of Tekken Advance because I was hoping to get through in one go, but it kind of had this weird formula after a while of going really, 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 really difficult. I'm talking like 40 minutes to beat one person. That's why I took 2 videos. Then I fight somebody really easy. A basically impossible fight that would kick my ass 90% of the time. And like, you try to punch, perfect block. You try to kick, perfect dodge. And then you fight one again that's really, 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 really easy. And that repeated for like 6 turns, and then it was over, and you fight Heihachi, and you get nobody unlocked. I had no desire to go back. And he's even uploaded at the time to recording this, but will be when this is up. I had a game of FIFA oh 07 on the Game Boy Advance because I couldn't decide what else to play, and I didn't have much time, so I just went for it. It was fine. I was terrible. As for the streaming side, I think it's another one I played a tiny bit of last time, but I went through the rest of Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. Overall, it was fine. It was no Daxter. That was the PSP game that was above and beyond. Size Matters was okay. I got the platinum. The only annoying trophy in terms of platinum stuff was you had to get like 1,000,000 bolts, which just kind of means doing the same thing over and over till you finish, till you get enough. Some of the bosses, especially the final boss, be very frustrating, especially on challenge mode. But overall, it was good. Better than fucking the reboot or Rift Apart in my eyes by tenfold. But overall, good. After I returned to the original God of War, and fuck me, does that game hold up. Like, when I say it holds up, there are moments in that game that are impressive now. It's a fun, simplistic, just go forward, hack and slashy fun, very satisfying. The only thing I really hated about this game was the final boss, because awkward checkpoints, really annoying moments. There's a moment at the end, I won't say, even if it's 20 years old, I won't spoil it. There's a gimmicky fight right in the middle of the final boss, and fuck. The only thing I hated in the game was that moment, I think. Let's just say it involves protecting a character, and the enemies only focus on that character. Sometimes might hit you a bit just to hit you up in the air, and oh, even I can't imagine the fact I apparently did this on God of War mode back when I got to platinum. How? How do I not remember that? How do I not remember, like, how did I not break something? I must have had a trick. Maybe looking up the guide helped, and that was just as effective on God of War. Maybe I was using stuff you can get from beating the game. Maybe I was doing a new game plus thing. That's the only thing I can think of. Because how would I not remember this otherwise? It was infuriating. Genuinely worst moment of a game ever. But as for pros, fun simplistic story. Kratos is a really cool character back then. The combat is satisfying as fuck. The boss fights are really fun. And more than anything, I hate to have to mention this again in my own way, but it will never stop being a thing that I appreciate about older games. You can just play. Oh, this boss is fighting you, and you don't have to constantly hear, to your right, brother, to your left, brother, behind you, brother. Fucking, oh, I'm going the wrong way, or I'm going this way that only has a chest. I don't have to listen to Atreus going, father, where are you going? That's not the right way. Shut the fuck up. That's what I love about playing older games. No, you don't have to have characters bitching at you. Oh, there's a puzzle you're stuck on, and there's nobody around to tell you the answer 5 seconds in. Oh, isn't that fucking beautiful? Well, not beautiful, just good game design. Imagine that. Imagine having a puzzle in a game, and you don't have to have the answer forced down your throat. What? No hints either. Isn't that beautiful? Not having that kind of shit. Oh, shoved down your throat. Wonderful. But yeah, still a masterpiece as far as I'm concerned. Can't wait to play more of them, especially the second one. I can't wait to see how that holds up. Then I went back to Rocket Power, the very extreme. Do I still have it there? No, I guess I put it away. If you don't remember Rocket Power, it was like a 90s, early 2000s extreme skater, beach sports kind of skatery, surfing cartoon. The game had very little of that. You're mostly hitting things with hockey pucks, with infinite hockey pucks. It starts off in a town. It's awful. You're bored. Oh, well, I was bored. And I do think it's the worst part of the game. But when you get out to actually explore the wilderness and you're it's going forward, doing things out there, that's when the game gets fun. Because every time you go back to the town, it's just find 15 coins. Now you can do a mini game. Then you get to move. The worst cutscenes of all time. Every cutscene, the characters will just stand there going. But it was a fun game most of the time. When we out of the town, like I think 3 times I started the game like, oh no, the first two I started the game awful. Explore outside, great. Back to town, awful. Out of town, great. Then I decided, you know what? Instead of going back to repeat that, let's do the town before I turn it off. Overall, mostly a great game with some fun boss fights and some very confusing moments that pissed me off. But I spent about an hour just exploring the same 2 rooms, for just not realizing, oh, there's one point in the entire game we have to backtrack like 4 rooms. Thanks. And lastly, because it was referenced so many times, because they're made by the same developers as Rocket Power, Taking the Power of Juju, a game that I would have put as one of the only games in the world I really don't like as at a time. I really dislike. For me, don't like and dislike are very different things. Don't like is just like not for me, but dislike is just actively not liking it it's just a different pair, a different thing. But even though the first hour and a half or so started off just as abysmally dull, I was sitting, I was tired. I just felt defeated. But once you get to like the Chicken Island, once you're on with the first main quest of the game, it surprisingly does get better for me. I actually had fun the second stream of it, which is all I've done so far. As crazy as it sounds to me to say, I'm looking forward to going back to Attacking the Power of Juju, even if the second quest of the game does suck. It's like, oh, you've just collected 9 plants, now collect 100 of these things. I'm not fucking kidding. But yeah, I don't know where it's going to go from here. Will it improve and improve and improve, or will it eventually make me realise why I never finished it? Can't wait to see. But that is everything I've played for this month. Oh shit. Anyway, close and upload I was doing. That is everything I played for this month. As always, let me know what you've been playing. Let me know what new stuff you played, what you've gone back to. And I will see you for the next one. See you then.